time in the regular season. It's Week 18, and off we go on EA Sports. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
He'll look to throw. Intercepted on the second play of the game. And the Vikings have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So, a big one there to start the drive. 38 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's in. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown. And you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no. Offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
From deep in the end zone. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Walker. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Here's Walker. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Are you kidding me? Come on! Really? This one's pretty good.
Come on, you guys can do better than that.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Walker. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Noah Fant, touchdown Seahawks. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. He's out of bounds, but problem there, he doesn't even get back to the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Room to run, past the 30. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Fires quickly, it is complete on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Moody's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hockenson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try and run it with Walker. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll run here with Walker. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
His throw left side is complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Minnesota.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now for second down and 4. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The Vikings looking for 3. Bring out the field goal unit. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. that would qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He connects with Gray on that one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now McCarthy gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throwing again is McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. Give him 14 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they...
And he will get into the end zone. T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings. Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings will open up a 6-point lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete. Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here's Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Good blocking to the 15. The speed on display. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll tuck it and take off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
So, both teams. They need one right now. 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's to the 40. Kenneth Walker. Inside the 10. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 93 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick hitting slant there. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be packed?
That's over the middle and intercepted. The defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. That is brought in. And he will score. Game on. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Minnesota. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very...
And he will score. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. on first down. Here's McCarthy. He'll let one go down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to let this one go deep.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and 7. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And this is as good as you can possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, most teams that find themselves in this situation, Mike, what are they going to do on first down? They're just going to run it. They're going to just plow it up in there. And the idea is don't make the quarterback take the center exchange in the end zone. Well, not this guy. He decides to throw it deep downfield. And even though it's an incomplete pass, you have to imagine it's going to soften that secondary up just a little bit.
No louder place than here in Seattle before third down. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go. This is fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's caught! And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect...
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give to Walker, running right. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team.